Ham Radio 2.0. Today, the Wouxun dual band. That said Wouxun. Ochang, or as Richard Lenore likes to say, Wouxun. That's how they say it in Paris, Texas. The KG-UVN1 dual band DMR radio. Today, coming up. So I did the video review of their mono band, the D2000. I think it was a KG-D2000 mono band radio. You can see that one right there. I'll put it right there as we do it. And it got a lot of hits and a lot of interest on YouTube. So, of course, I wanted to do the dual band model. I mean, because that's what everybody wants today, right? Okay, good. Welcome to Ham Radio 2.0. My name is Jason. I'm KC5HWB. If this is your first time here to join us, click on the subscribe button below so that you can keep up with all the videos posted on this channel for everything that's new in amateur radio. Anyway, like I was saying, dual band, Wouxun DMR. You can see, I got the website here. Yeah, there it is. Got the website here. Wouxun.com, Wouxun. It's actually Ochang, I think. Something like that. That's how you're supposed to pronounce it. It's Wouxun. It's spelled Wouxun. That's how I'm going to say it. So here it is right here. That's the radio. The one drawback, it's got a really good number of channels, 3,072 channels here. The one drawback is the contacts. It's only listing 1,024 contacts. So, of course, that's not going to be good for anybody. This day and age. So I've sent a note to Wouxun and I've said, hey, they sent me this radio. They said, will you review it on your YouTube channel? Of course I will. And provide us any feedback for it. Of course I will, which is what I like to do. I'll do that for any DMR radio that's out there. I'll do that for any radio that's out there, DMR or not. I know a lot of people come to my channel looking for DMR videos, and that's fine because I do a lot of DMR reviews. But at the same time, I want to do more than just DMR. So you're going to see some Yaesu System Fusion videos upcoming in the next couple weeks or something like that. So these are the stats. 250 zones, that's pretty common. 16 scan lists, that's fairly common. Dual band and dual display. Dual display, yeah. It doesn't say, one of the big questions I get asked for the other dual band radios is it true dual receive or is it just dual watch? So the difference between dual watch and dual receive, if you don't know, is that when you're monitoring two bands, if it's dual watch, then whichever band comes alive first, whichever band breaks the squelch first, that's the one the radio focuses on. So it squelches, or it mutes, basically, the second band. So if activity comes on the second band while there's already activity on the first band, top or bottom, doesn't matter, then the second band is muted. You can't hear both at the same time. A true dual receive radio has true dual VFOs, and if both bands start squawking at the same time, you'll hear both traffic at the same time. It'll be like turning on two different TVs at the same time and listening to two different channels on two separate TVs at the same time. Kind of like that. To my knowledge, as of the time of this recording, there are no true dual band, dual receive DMR radios. I think it's something that we'll see upcoming, but as of right now, that doesn't exist. I haven't tried it on this one. Don't know yet. Maybe try it here in a minute. So this one's got a really cool VFO on it. I'll zoom in on that here shortly. One of the first things I noticed about this radio when I took it out of the box. Here's the box. This is what the box looks like right here. It's got a desk charger. Whoa. It's got a manual. It's got a desk charger. Looks similar to other Wouxun desk chargers. And then it's got one antenna, belt clip, etc., etc. it seems like it's a lot heavier, like in a good way. It seems like it's a lot bulkier and heavier than its predecessors. Than, well, maybe not its predecessor DMR radios, not necessarily Wouxun. Than the TYT radios. TYT radios seem rather lightweight, as it were. So I went ahead and I weighed them. Okay, so the MDUV380 weighs about 10 ounces. Okay, the TYT MD 2017 weighs about 11.5 ounces. Now that is with the 2200 milliamp hour battery on it, which I think is pretty sure that's the larger one. Pretty sure, yeah, pretty sure that's the large, because I think it comes with like a 1700 milliamp hour battery on it. So with the 2200 milliamp hour battery on it, it's 11.5 ounces. This weighs exactly 11.5 ounces. Weighs the same exact weight as the 2017. So the Wouxun comes with a 2600 milliamp hour battery, which is really cool. And then it's got FCC. It's got a stamp on the back of it that says FCC Part 15B. Give that a sec. There it is. Goes to focus. FCC Part 15B. So, it's got some FCC certification. Whether it's the one we want or not is, it's not Part 90, or at least it's not stamped to Part 90. So, there you have it. So, this is the... That's a good picture of it right there. But this is what the programming software looks like here. And the programming software, so far, I've kind of only tinkered around in it a bit. But the programming software is a little bit clunky. What I mean by that is that if I click here, say I want to go down to, well, say I want to go up here to General Settings. If I click once there, it does nothing. If I double click, then it brings it open. And I can close it there, close this. That's the screen that it comes up with originally. DMR Basic, I can click once and nothing happens, but if I double click on it, it'll open up. Supposedly. That actually may be what that screen that's already open. So, double click. Yeah, there we go. Contact, double click, and it opens up. So, it's just a little bit clunky. Not a big deal. It seems to work okay. It's got a true blue, regular old Kenwood 2-prong USB cable on it. And it's got this... the blade connector, well, it's not a blade connector, but it's got a cover that covers the antenna connection port on the side of it. There we go. That makes it look like it's waterproof. So, it doesn't say anything on the box about being waterproof. They might have intended it to be waterproof with this, let's see if this thing has a... Yeah, it's got a rubber, that orange piece right there is a rubber cover that goes over the connector. So let's plug this in. Beep, 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 beep. I have not plugged this one in yet. So let me read. And there it goes. Okay, so I didn't install any special... drivers at all. This is Windows 10. It all auto-detected, no problem there. So we'll let that read. Read complete. There. Open that back up. Go to DMR. Digital contact, yeah. That's contact 1. Okay. And then contact 2. There we go. Metro. And now I'm going to go in here to RX group. I don't want to do. I'm going to go down here to channel. Channel 1. I'm just going to put one channel in here for the purposes of demonstrating this video. Channel 1 is digital. And let's do this. Admit criteria. I'm going to do channel 3. Power level's high. That's fine. Color code. Yeah, that's fine there. Contact and Metro. Repeater slot 2. Just like that. And then I'm going to go up here. Basic configuration. DMR. Basic. Nope. General setting. There we go. Radio ID. Okay, I already got my radio ID. I actually put my radio ID in here from the front panel earlier, so it remembered that because I just read the radio. And there's that. That, again, this is very quick demonstration right to the radio. And there it goes. So, pretty easy. I'll have to check and see what kind of file extension, file format this is saving. If I save a code plug, what file format it saves it in. And then that will determine if I can use some of the contact manager software with it, which is doubtful, even if it's the same file extension. Save. There. It's a .dat file. Okay. Let's go Google Drive, radio, code plugs, Wouxun, UVN1, successful. I'm going to minimize this, and I'm going to go, let's try N0 GSG. Very doubtful this is going to work, but I just want to try it. Open code plug file, up, Wouxun. Yeah, it's not even seeing the file format. All files. Nope. DAT file. No. Okay, so it's not going to load a DAT file. Perhaps later on, although there's going to be probably more popular radios out there than this one right now. So, let's see. Memory. There we go. And I'm going to look at myself on the NetWatch. KC5, HWB, testing, DFW Metro. There we go. And that is it. You can see on the NetWatch there that I keyed up my Grapevine repeater. And that is that. So, here's a look at the menu. All right. This is the screen here. And if I zoom out a touch, you can see the keypad. And right here we've got a P1, which is a programmable key on the bottom right. VM for VFO memory. AB between the top and bottom bands, and then exit. So I'm going to zoom back in right here. Go like that. I can go from VFO mode. And it's got VFO mode, so I can go in and I'm on digital mode right here according to this D right here over on the far left. And then if I go AB, that's an analog channel. So I've got an analog channel here. Oops. I didn't key anything. I'm too far away from that repeater. But I can go back up here, and this is digital VFO. So digital VFO is cool. Then I can go back into the channel I just programmed in. KC5 HWB testing on Metro. And that's what that looks like right there. And then I can go into menu. Actually, I want to go back into VFO mode. Just like that. Menu. And I can go, and then these up-down arrows, let me zoom out. These up-down arrows right here are how you scroll through the menu. So I can go menu, that's contact, message, or what, oops, wrong button. Message, call logs, set, zone, appendix, goes back. This is in the digital channel now. I'm going to set, and go radio set, radio info, side key define. There's two side keys right here below the PTT. There's that. Radio set. What I don't like is I go in here, so I'm in VFO mode right now, and I've set my frequency by just turning the top knob here. This top knob here is a channel selector, is what we're used to here. Okay, so I've gone into VFO mode, and I want to set my, like so many of these other Chinese radios that act like they have front panel programming. Let's see, radio info, radio ID, radio name, device info. Oh, there's nothing coming up in there. Ooh, strange. Oh, wait a minute, there we go. We've got to scroll down. Okay, back. Radio name, which I set earlier. Radio ID, which is my DMR ID. Boom. That's in radio info. Radio config is your actual channel that I want to program. So if I go into RX frequency, I've already set that manually. Okay, TX frequency, I could set an offset there if I wanted to. Back. Channel name, I could name it if I'm going to save it into memory. Color code, basic. Slot, 1 or 2. I set it for slot 2, of course, because of the repeater. RX group, I can do whatever I want to there. Shift frequency, 5 megahertz for 440 usually. Invalid. Shift direction up or down. I've got it off right now. Frequency step. You do 2.5 kilohertz steps. You can change that. That's good. Channel type is, of course, DMR. Got FM or DMR. Own ID. That's my ID. Yep. And then it goes back to the top. So there's no way to set... There's no way to program the channel, the VFO channel I want to talk on right now. There's no way to program it for different contacts. I can set everything except the contact. So if I'm doing this, if I programmed everything in there that I wanted for that top channel of 434.450, how does it know which contact I want to transmit on? Now I'm transmitting on Metro right there, but that's only because, but how do I change it? I can't. There's not a way to change that. I can go in here and add contacts, contact, enter, to channel contact, yes, no, maybe that changed it. Aha, that's how you do it right there. Okay, I couldn't figure that out before. So you have to go in here and manually, this repeater doesn't have access to worldwide, so I did not key up thousands of repeaters just then. So in here, to go in here, I have to go to contact. I can add a new contact, a group contact. Now this was tricky. If I wanted, say I wanted to do 3 for North America, entering the name on it was very strange. It's not, I can't really get it to go. It's like it wants to put Chinese names in there. I can't really type in here. So I'm going to have to ask them about that. So I can add a new contact. I just can't name it correctly. But then at least I can switch it back and forth. But it's still kind of cumbersome. I think they ought to put the contact, the TX contact, I think they ought to put an option for TX contact in
here, because this is everything that you need to set your channel. If you're programming a channel manually, that's everything you need to set the channel, except for the contact. So I think they ought to put it in there, and then they can have the contact menu up at the top here also, and go to manual dial or add new contacts or whatever you want to do, but it's kind of cumbersome to have to go to another menu.
So that's not bad. It's actually, it kind of makes sense, but I just think it should be in a different spot. At least you can do it. At least you can go through and set up your VFO and set everything you need, and then go into a separate menu and set the contact. If you can figure out how to dial in the right name, you can just name it whatever you want to name it in Chinese, I guess. I need to ask them about it. So I'm going to email Wouxun and say, hey, look, number one, you need a higher contact capacity, because 1,024 contacts is not enough. Number two, I need to be able to name my channel, name my contact. If I'm going to go into contact and new contact, if I go in there and set the contact number as 3148 for Texas statewide, and then the next screen is to type out the name, I need to be able to do it in English. Okay, because it's not in English right now. So that might be, I'm sure that's probably just a firmware update, right? Probably not a big deal. Anyway, who's tried this? Anybody tried this new UVN1? It's a very solid radio. Like, I thought it was like the weight of it, like I was saying earlier, I thought it was going to weigh more than the 2017, which I carried the 2017 around a lot. I still carry it around a lot because I haven't ported my code plug out of it over to a newer model yet, like the UV390 or the Anytone or something like that. So I still carry my 2017 quite a bit. And this just feels heavier to the touch, but I guess when you get down to it, it's like 0.2 ounces heavier, this one, the Wouxun is, than the 2017. So it's basically 11.5 ounces is what it weighs on the scale inside. So interested to see who's used this radio, who's got it, you ever tried it, what do you think about it, and what other features would you ask Wouxun to add to it, because I am going to send them a list of things. I say a list. Really two things. Contact and contact name. Contact, number of contacts, and being able to type in English when you name a contact. So, thanks for watching, guys. Again, subscribe to me on YouTube. Click the button down there. If your subscribe button is red, click on it so it turns gray so that you can keep up with everything we do in amateur radio review on this channel, on YouTube 73, and we'll see you next time.